what it do? Gon' tell me how you feel. Chillin' with the big dog, giving you the real deal. No lies or gimmicks, keep it authentic. It's time to turn up, yeah, it's time to get it. Hey.
What's up, guys? What is up? This is Big Dog in the house once again. This is getting to be fun. I'm loving it. I'm loving to kick the real deal with people, talking on the podcast. But like we always like to start, let's thank the Lord that we are alive to live another day, because tomorrow's never promised, ladies and gentlemen. And let's get right to it. This is not going to be a topic of anything. This is multiple things in one. First, I'm going to start with an analyzation. On one hand, on my left hand, I have a hammer. And on my right hand, I have a nail. Which one would you be? Would you be the hammer or would you be the nail? This is going to be incorporated all together. This is going to be added to what the topic is going to lead into. Now, people will probably say that they want to be the hammer. Why? Well, we all know that the hammer is the one in control. And the hammer will put the nail in place. Some people will say they want to be the nail simply because they don't want to be in control. They like to go with the flow. They don't care if they're told what to do. Hey, listen, guys, those are facts. And this is true. There's some people that want to be in control. There's some people who don't want to be in control. You're probably saying, yeah, right. Who doesn't want to be in control? Well, guys, unfortunately, a lot of us have been through it, done that, been there, or probably are going through it right now. You can go ahead and lie to yourself and you can say, I'm always going to be the hammer. And I'm always going to be the nail. Well, the both of you are wrong. The hammer needs the nail just as much as the nail needs the hammer, guys. It works hand in hand together. First of all, you can't do any project or you cannot complete anything without the nail. What is the hammer going to hit? The walls? So just because you're in control of something doesn't mean that you are truly in control, because you need to be a leader in order to be in control of others, especially if you are, we'll say, if you're running a business. All of the employees are nails, right? And you're the hammer. Do you tell them what to do? No. Like I said, the nail is going to go as far or as hard as you hit it. If you hit it too hard, it's going to go right through. If you push too hard, it's going to go right through in life. You got to be lenient. Both of you need each other simply because we guide each other. You being the hammer need to teach the nails where they need to be put in place, what the job task needs to be done, how you approach the situation, how you're going to build that house, right? A lot of hitting and a lot of nails go into building a beautiful home, a beautiful community, a beautiful structure, just like a team. You need to build that perfect team. And if you're going to be the leader, which would be the hammer, guys, you need to have the people who are going to follow correctly. Now, with that said, a lot of us go ahead and say that we're always this or we're always that. Well, unfortunately, I've been on the other end of the stick. We all have to be. We all have to fail. We all have to start from somewhere. So we want to reach that goal. We want to try to be the person that's guiding, but we need to know how to do it in the right manner. And we need to learn and listen. And we need to sometimes be guided by someone else to be put in place so that we know what direction we're going in. Do you get where this is going? And it's like life. Today I was talking to a friend, and I'm going to bring it up because these are all the topics and they go hand in hand. And every time we talk about something, it's because someone has told me something or someone wants me to talk about something. Someone out there is venting. And I think I'm reaching a lot of people because a lot of people are listening now. And a lot of people are coming up to me and talking about their problems. So today was a topic basically like they go hand in hand. So let's say on one end, you don't have any parents. And on the other hand, you do have parents. And what's the difference? Well, if the parents really don't care about you and they're not talking to you or they're not listening to you or anything, so basically you don't have any parents. It's the same way the people who don't have any parents. And I was kind of listening to how he was venting and how he was opening up. And yeah, it's another athlete of mine. It's another friend of mine. And it was a really interesting story. And I always saw him as a very upgoing, upbeat person, very loving, kind, caring, and all of those factors. And he still is. And he's an amazing person. He's a phenomenal person. But then at the other end, he wanted to express himself and talk about, you know, how he feels and what he's going through. Just like all of us, we're always going through something. Sometimes we hide it in the shadows. Sometimes we put a mask on our face and we're hiding our true feelings. Well, I'm very proud and I'm very happy that he was able to open up to me. And I want him to know that he may have been the nail at one point in his life, but right now, to me, he's the hammer. And why do I say that? Because I remember a long time ago when he was getting ready for a show, I used to tell him, yeah, right, that's going to be impossible. And it wasn't that I was telling him it's going to be impossible to put him down. I was telling him simply it's going to be impossible because it's a lot of work. Me not knowing that this young gentleman, he actually won the whole entire show, which I'm very proud of him. And he won at the teenager division, which makes me super happy. If some of you know who he is, he actually won the Ultimate Grand Prix. He proved himself having someone, and that person pushed him to the side, pushed him to the curve, and I stepped in because I never leave a man down. And I saw his potential. I saw what he was doing. He explained a little bit, you know. He's studying to be a nurse, which he does work in a hospital. I'm very, very proud of this gentleman because he's very young and he's very successful. I was amazed of all the things that he does. You know, even him having in the stock market, having NFTs, everything is very, very bright, very smart. But on the downside of it, he's hurting inside. So today was an open up conversation to talk to me, and we're going to get more into that, and we're going to keep talking to him so that, you know, we can find, you know, what makes him feel better. So he's telling me, what he suffers from and things like that. And coming from a background where his parents are from to coming over here, we know that society is completely different now. And we know that society diminishes us. So if you come from another country, so we're going to say Nicaragua, Honduras, we can say Puerto Rico, Venezuela, Colombia, Mexico, all those places where are really, really, really tough in the streets. When your parents bring you over here, they're gonna be that tough love. They're gonna be that, because what we don't understand, what they suffered over there, we have it all handed to us over here, unfortunately. Now, I'm not saying that he doesn't work hard, because let me tell you, this gentleman that we're talking about, so we're gonna say since he was 17 years old, left, and he lives on his own, went to school, graduated. Now he's going for something bigger and better. He wants to do other stuff. He's also an entrepreneur, and he's growing. So he's become the hammer. And I admire him. Even though I could be 41 years old, doesn't mean I can't admire someone or it can't be an inspiration. I sometimes don't say anything, but he's an inspiration to me too, because remember, we want our young generation to show us, what we used to do, and he's doing it, and I'm proud of him. And the conversation was phenomenal. I just want him to know out there that he used to be the nail, but now he's the hammer, and he's guiding people. He may not see it, but he's a part of this group. He's a part of our group, and he's changed a lot of lives. He's changed my life. He's made me more emotional. He's made me happy, just like the other conversation that I was talking to with my other athlete, with Andy. Now his belief is very strong, and I'm very happy with that. So, all of us are learning about each other. It doesn't matter if they're younger than me or if they're older than me. It doesn't really matter, because you learn a lot from each other. And it was beautiful to see that. And that's why I ask you guys if you are the hammer or the nail, and then all that macho stuff, get it out of the way. I've been on the other side of the foot, like I said, and I've been that nail, and I've been knocked down to the ground, and somebody's hammered me all the way and beat me down to the ground and to Bolivian, and I've suffered a lot, and I cried a lot, and it hurt me, and it felt like it was going to destroy me. But you know what? I said, no, this is not going to happen. And it doesn't matter. And like I told you, I'm not talking about money or anything like that, because money doesn't make you happy. It can make you happy. It doesn't make me happy, because all the money in the world, I was still miserable. And it didn't mean a damn thing. I needed that love. And it took a long time. So I'm basically telling him that he's like, oh, so when did you find it? Well, shit, I found it now at 35 years old. I've been with my wife for 6 years, and I'm 41, and now we had a baby at 39 years old. He's going to be 3 years old now, and it was a long time. It took a long time for me to be happy, and it might not, I know you want it right now, and I know some of you want it at 19, 20, 21, 22. You may get it, and that's awesome, and you may not get it. But if you don't get it now, you just got to be patient, and it took me a long time, unfortunately. It goes both ways. It's not luck. It was God put us at the right time, at the right place, at the right moment. So I'm not going to go ahead and say I was lucky because it took a long time. So that's not luck. I had to wait my turn, and I had to go through a lot of ups and downs, and I had to be faced with a lot of adversity. And to be where I'm standing today and having everything that I have in the grace of God, I appreciate it, and I thank him every single day that I wake up, every single morning. And so should you. So should all of us. And like I told you, sometimes when you're looking at a person in their face, you don't know what they're going through. Sometimes it takes just a matter of listening. And that's what I've been doing a lot more with a lot of people. And a lot of these things in my group and my people, I didn't know that they were suffering from specific things. And I'm super happy. That's why I talk about it, because I want them to know that I appreciate them. I want them to know that I care about them and I love them with all my heart and soul. And I'm listening. Trust me, I'm listening. I always repeat it. And I always say, I'll never fail you. I repeat it over and over and over again. I don't fail anybody. If you feel that I failed you, you failed yourself. Because I can't fail you. You have to fail yourself. Because if you take yourself out of the equation and you take yourself out of my picture and out of my realm and out of my home, where my door is always open to everyone, and you took yourself out of that, it's because you did something wrong. And if you feel like you want to point the finger at someone because of a mistake, because you don't have any communication skills and you don't know how to communicate with the next person, well, that's on you. Because I'm a very good listener. I'm a very good communicator. And I could communicate very well. And I can give you all the scenarios. But I'm never going to go ahead and say that you're always right, because that's not true, because I'm not always right. And I'm not going to sit up here and tell you that I'm always right. I do make mistakes. So to all of you guys out there, it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay not to be always right. It's okay to be at the other end of the stick. And it hurt like hell. And I had to suffer and everything, just like you are. All of us suffer from something. It could be mental health. It could be anything. We don't know unless you talk about it to someone. I know it's very hard to trust someone, because nowadays in this society, a lot of us don't care and we don't listen to each other. And it is sad. It is sad to see that. It is sad to see that we can't even drop our fucking phones for 1 second and listen to the damn person that's talking to you. And then you're going to be, once they're gone, there's no coming back. We were talking about, a person that we always, it's not making fun of him. We're happy with him. He always does stuff funny, and he goes places and he sees everyone. He does it to the same people every day. He always we were making a joke today and it was super cool. Me and Trinchit, and we were talking about it. That's George that owns Perfect Fit. And we were always saying, yep, he comes in and you go, what you doing on Monday? And he goes, arms and chest. What you doing on Tuesday? Arms, chest. And Wednesday, same thing. He's always doing his arms and chest. But you know what? He's happy. He's here. He's alive. He feels great being around us. And that's what we care about. You see, that's why I always tell you, don't judge a book by its cover, ladies and gentlemen, because tomorrow, when that person's not there, you're going to feel like shit. You're going to feel sorry you were the way you were to that person. And then you're going to only have a memory. And you're going to say, you remember when he did this? You remember when he did that? You remember how he was this way and he was that way? That's why I say, laugh, live, love, do all those things, guys. Everything possible. And like I said, the hammer and the nail, they need to come together, period. They need to work together. And that's a unity. That's a community. That's a family. And that's everything in aspect in life. Everybody needs the hammer and everybody needs the nail. Like I said, it's like a business. Everybody has an owner and everybody has employees. It's that simple. You go only as far as your employees take you. Write that fucking shit down. You go as far as your employees take you. How you treat them, how you love them, how you respect them. You let them know the good things that they're doing. You tell them. You know that these big corporate worlds, they're not going to tell you nothing. They're not going to pat you on the back. They're just going to, you're just like a bunch of cockroaches. They're going to change you the same way they change their underwear. But when you own a family business, you have to be that way. We have to learn how to communicate with each other. We're not always going to be right. We're not always going to be wrong. We're not always going to have the answers for you. The customer, like they always say, is always right. But you know that happens a lot, that they like to lie. And you just have to go ahead and just shrug your shoulders, put your head down, and keep moving forward. You know why? Because at the end of the day, they're the ones who take care of this facility, and they're the ones who pay the bills. So did you get what I'm trying to tell you? I may be the hammer. I may have my nails, but I also have multiple nails, which are our customers. They're the ones who keep this place up. They're the ones who keep this place standing. Think about that for 1 second. So guys, I hope I was able to share this beautiful moment. You listening to out there, yeah, you, my athlete, and all the rest of you out there, you may once have been the nail, now you're the hammer. Be both. We need to work together. We need to love each other. And listen, I understand you, and I understand every single one of you out there. I know what you're going through, because I'm telling you, I've been through it. And it may not be the same, but it is the same. I told him, what is the same? He says, yeah, you don't have any parents. You don't have this, you don't have that. Right. But look at me, I have a mom and a dad, and they don't pay attention to me. And I said, but it's the same. They're not there. And he said, I heard your podcast the other day, and it's like, no one really cares. No, they don't. I'm sorry to tell you. I know it hurts. I know it's cutthroat. Unfortunately, they don't. And people don't care. And all they do is keep going and going and going. And they push you to the side and they keep moving on. But there is some of them out there that do care, like me. And I do care about you, and I do love you. And there is a group out there that you will find, and they will love you, and they will care about you. And let me tell you something. All the people who know who I am, and anybody who texts me, I've had that same phone number, and I'm 41 years old. I've had it since I was 16 years old. Everybody knows if you call Big Dog, you text Big Dog. Mostly call, I might not pick up. I'm not a big caller on the phone. I like to talk in person. I'd rather text you. I'd rather talk to you face to face so I can see your facial expressions, so I can hear you out and I can listen to you and I can hear your heart. I can see what you're really, what deal you're really kicking. Because when you're on the phone, you get mixed messages and you get different types of communication skills. So I rather text you so we can talk in person, and that's just how it is. That's how I am. But I'll always be there for you, and I'm always there for everybody. And the friends that I have, like I always tell them, and everybody knows, I may not see you and I may not talk to you every day, but when we do see each other and when we do get together, it was like it was yesterday. This is Big Dog kicking you the real deal. I love all you guys. I hope you have a beautiful day. And like I always like to leave ya, bada boom, bada bang, chicka chong, chicka chang. And I'm
what it do,
out
gon'
this
tell me how you feel, chillin' with the
flower.
Big Dog, giving you the real deal. No lies or gimmicks, keep it authentic. It's time to turn up, yeah, it's time to get it. Hey.